is $3.14.
We got Kenny.
This call is from a collection facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Hello?
Petey, what's up, bro?
What's happening, brother? How you been?
I'm alright. How about you?
Alright, man, you know, just chilling. And
You wasn't sleeping, was you?
I was laying down watching this new movie with Denzel called Safe House. You heard of it?
Yeah, Safe House, yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and shit. Yeah, I like Denzel a lot, man. He's real. He don't hang around with that Hollywood crowd. You know what I mean? He's real. But
Yeah, he's a good actor.
yeah, real.
That's a good movie.
He could play anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I quit smoking, just started this little vape thing, and I did. Bud called me 3 times in a row yesterday, late last night, and and I didn't post it today. I wanted to take like every 2 days or sometimes every day I'll post something. You know what I mean? But anyway, he called me like 3 times in a row. I was in the shower, and I was like, damn. It was like 11:15. And I was like, damn, he really wants something. And he just wanted to talk, man. And turns out that he found religion. He does Bible study every morning. He actually gathered all the guys. And now he's like, for the past year, yeah, he's like got the spirit of Christ in him and stuff, though. He was telling me, he's laughing. He was like, I know it coming from me and everything. You know, it's hard to believe. I was like, nah, that's great, man. But he like really needed to talk about it, and he got really like the deepest conversation I ever had with him. Talk about his mom passing and his dad. Pray for his dad and one of his other homeboys, and you know, and just talking about God, man. I was like, you know, this is a different side. You know what I'm saying?
That's good, man. That's definitely good, man. I mean, sometimes when you end up in the darkest places, you know what I mean, you eventually find, you know what I mean, the light. And,
yeah.
If God is what it is for him, you know what I mean?
And you guys have got around the same time. I mean, you may fall that way too, dude. You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I believe in God. I've always believed in God. You know, I've read the Bible numerous times. I've read the Bible.
Yeah.
You know, on lockup, spending years on lockup. So, you know, I did almost 3 years on lockup. And, you know, the only thing you could have was your Bible.
Yeah.
Or in that facility. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, even though
I've read the Bible.
Even though you don't have to go Bible study and do that group thing, you can still have him in your mind all the time. You know, like
Absolutely.
I talk to him all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking to myself sometimes. You know what I mean? Like when I'm in my room or whatever, and you know, just to your mind, like, you know what I mean? Get me through this one day or that day, or make me not do this to somebody, or you know what I mean, or whatever.
It definitely helps. You know what I mean? To think about that. You know. Sometimes it helps you make a decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm glad.
If you're leaning toward, you know, doing the wrong thing, you think about, you know, God and, you know, what would he do, or what would, you know, it definitely helps, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, I can't. I don't know. I've done it, you know, a few times and made, you know, had good intentions. You know, I did the Bible study. Hell, I was going to Bible college. You know what I mean?
Right.
I only had a few more courses, and I could have been ordained. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But
you went that deep in it?
Yeah. I did it in Gander Hill.
Yeah, that's where I found when I went in 19 for the 2 attempted murders. At 19 is intimidating with 236 max, 15 to 36s, and I became a Jehovah's Witness. I was raised Catholic, went to Sunday school, and I was a Jehovah's Witness for about a year. And then I took a plea that had another year left. And then when I got out, drank and hang out with the homeboys, and it faded. But let me tell you something, man. There was an entity in me, man. The spirit is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when I was every day reading it constantly. If I didn't have it, I don't know. I mean, at that young age, man, I don't know what you know what I mean. I was just violent and had no respect for authority. But if I didn't have that, I don't know, man. I don't know what would happen.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's like when you were talking about last time. It's crazy when you were talking about integrity. Like somebody questioning your integrity.
Yeah.
I looked up on the wall today, and somebody had put something on the wall and said that my integrity's not for sale. You know what I mean?
Never.
Like,
Never.
It made me think about that, what you said, man, because, a lot of people, say you should do this and do that. And a lot of times, they're right, but then people want you to do, they want you to do the right thing, especially when it affects them. You know what I mean? Like,
and
then they're okay with you lying. Then they're okay with you lying if it helps them out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, they believe you should do the right thing all the time. Other than if it would affect them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
People that I've been around, oh yeah, you should tell the truth and do everything you're supposed to do and all that. But now if it's going to affect me, go ahead and lie. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the shit that gets to me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But,
exactly. And with us, what all three of us got in common. I mean, obviously, Bud, he I think he was about tied with me on the time. He's obviously going to have more time than me, and you probably did more time than me now, more than 11. I did about 11 and a half in my life. You got more than that in already?
Well, right now I got
pretty much estimate your whole life in and out. What do you think?
To about 14 years.
Okay.
Almost 15 years.
Yeah, so but one thing we all have in common, all we have is our integrity and our word. Because even when you guys get out, we're felons. So all we have is our word. Because on paper, doesn't matter in the professional world, we're always going to look like, oh man, he's a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like all these gaps in his resume. Even though you got a trade and Bud got a trade, I don't have a trade. I mean, I know how to work a fucking tape roller and all that and cut wood and all that. Yeah, I ain't stupid, but you know what I mean? I'm not like, I didn't when I was younger, I didn't take interest into it. I like partying. I like fucking girls. I like fucking shooting guns at people and shit. I wanted to die young. I wanted to live fast as possible and literally die young in my 20s. And I had no fucking plan after that. You know what I mean? After all these jail bids, I'm like, now I'm 30. What the fuck do I do? Now I'm 42. What really do the fuck I do now? Like, I literally had no plan. Like, no college, no high school. I tried 3 times. Last time was for this girl. I tried 9th grade 2 times. And I was seeing everybody growing up, getting bigger, graduating. I'm fucking... or 11th grade, I'm in 9th grade, so I said, fuck this, you know what I mean? So I never thought about my future in that way, like, and it came from the childhood shit, from that abuse saying you ain't shit, and just, you know what I mean, and hey Pop, this dude fucked me in school, what should I do with him? Fuck him up, you know what I mean? Like, always taught violence, and been around it, so I had no plans, like, so all we have is our word now, that we fucked up a lot in our younger days. Why a lot of friends, and Bud know, and I know, that while we were fucking up, doing dirt, they were going to college, graduating. And now they have houses, kids, cars, boats. Feel me?
Yeah.
401ks.
It don't necessarily mean that everything, because
No, I know it don't mean anything.
It doesn't mean everything's good in their life, though, because I know a lot of people that got everything in the world.
But the thing is,
psychologically are fucked up.
I know. Right. But my point being is, I'm 42 and I never owned nothing. You know what I mean? Like a house or nothing, because of it all roots from, I believe, something happens in the child. That's why I start off with it in the question, and then how we just decide that, that we're okay with you because we've been there off and on, so often that we're so used to it, you're not afraid of it anymore like you were when you were a kid, or hearing stories and all that. So you're just used to it, going in and out. It becomes a second home, right? It's a second home.
When you go, yeah. When you go from, it does become a second home. You become institutionalized.
Right.
When when I went from prison, I went from Delaware to Maryland, and in Delaware, you got to be able to fight.
Yeah.
More or less, people are fighting. There's not really too many stabbings.
No.
You know what I'm saying? When you get to Maryland, you need to either learn how to use a knife, or be okay with swinging that lock. You know what I mean? Or the fan motor or whatever. Because if you don't, you're going to be a victim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I noticed that when I hit DOC, shit got real in Maryland. Shit got real. It's a whole different scene from Delaware.
My first week in prison, I seen somebody killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not stabbed, not poked, not beat up. I seen somebody killed. You know what I mean? I've lost countless people in the Maryland prison system.
Yeah.
And I've sat and made hookups with dudes. You know what I'm saying? They wrote books about them. You know what I mean? Dude Hadden Clark, he was a serial killer. He's in the Maryland system right now. It's a book out called Born Evil. I sat and played chess against this man. He's actually a chess master. You know what I'm saying? These were the type of people that I was around at a young age.
Check this out. When I was
So,
on that topic, when I was 19, 2 cells over was Donald Flagg. Remember him in 99 that kidnapped that one woman? And check this out. I got out 3 years later in Gander Hill, stayed in the old side the whole time, never made it to the new side of Gander Hill, just to use the showers maybe one time when the old side showers weren't working. But so I was Donald Flagg was a black guy worked for Chrysler back in '97. He kidnapped this lady in her 50s, put her in the basement, made her smoke crack and fed her fried eggs. That's it for like 6 months. They called him, and he got life in Smyrna, and he was on the news and shit. And he'd come back from court, he'd be like, "Hey, Smyrna got trees in the yard and all that." And they had him Thorazined out and shit, but. You know what I mean? Like him, Capano. I was in the same set when Capano would go to court in his orange. When he was on 1F, I was there at the same time as Capano. You know what I mean? He would nod to everybody. Yeah. He was really like trying to make friends with other inmates and shit. But he ended up getting fat and dying of a heart attack in Smyrna. But the craziest, the first killing I seen was in Maryland. Was in the chow hall at fucking where was it? It was at Brockbridge, and motherfucker got it was a sword right through his side, man, in the chow hall, and right in the line, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, EPRU. The first day I hit EPRU after there. The motherfucker got his eyeball knocked out with a mop handle. You know what I mean? Whacked that right out with a mop. I mean, it's just a whole different level in Maryland, man. I was just...
Well, the pre-release prisons in Maryland are worse than most prisons in the United States.
Yeah, I was at EPRU, and motherfuckers were killing each other with weights.
The dudes that, I've been around maximum security, you know what I'm saying? I've been to the cut, JCI.
Yeah, I was back in the cut. You were the back of the cut?
I've been through the whole prison system.
Yeah.
There's not a prison I haven't been into. The only place I haven't been was North Branch. But I say that to say that's the type of people that you have to be comfortable being around. You have to, if you get into something with somebody, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fight for your life. You know what I mean? Either you're going to kill them or try to kill them, or they're going to try to kill you. You're not going to risk half-stepping. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, these dudes, Hadden Clark was a serial killer. Like he killed.
I never heard of him. I gotta look him up.
Eating them.
I gotta look him up.
He was eating them.
Local Maryland.
Right now, they wrote a book about him. It's called Born Evil. You know what I'm saying? That's just one person that I've been around. I've been around Kimberly Ruffner. There's a book out about him.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Kirk Bloodsworth was the first motherfucker that was exonerated off of DNA evidence. He was exonerated off of death row, and that was in Maryland. He was the first person ever exonerated off of death row, off of DNA evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and in '99, I was next door, my right next cell on 2C, or 2C. He was. Then I went to 1D when they transitioned to medication pod because I had some antidepressant I took back in the day when '98 or something when I turned 18. But this guy was killing women and throwing them in the C&D Canal, wrapping up in rugs and shit. He killed like 3 of them, but I forget his fucking.
Might hang up.
Yeah.
I might try to call you back if I can.
Yeah, try to call back.
If I can call you right
if you
back,
can.
All right?
All right.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
I love you.
I love you.
This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
Yo. Anyway, so you were actually at the cut, because when I was there, it was shut down, and it was like 2 years from then they ripped it down. They ripped it down like 2 years later. I was there in 14.
2008 was when they killed the.
Not 2008. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, 2006, 2007 is when they killed the police there, and that's when they decided to shut it down.
Right. Because 05 was when it was fully active still, right? 05, 06. Yeah. They were
trying to a minimum pre-release. But,
I heard stories of that, like it was a fucking death trap, dude. Like even though they were trying to put cameras, there was no play. Even Brockbridge's death trap, like you get robbed for your commissary.
They call Brockbridge the baby cut.
Fucking right. Those steps, boy.
Lights was busted out.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. But see, the thing about the cut in Brockbridge is you can pop your doors. You can pop the doors with a Debbie box or a piece of string.
Yes, you can.
You know what I'm saying? And pop out. And that's what they did. That's what they did to that CO. You know what I mean? The two dudes popped out and stabbed him up. Killed him, stabbed him like 70-some times. But...
And they got WCI right across the street from Brockbridge. They got also Women's Correctional Institute that's in Maryland. Same name as... I forgot to keep mentioning that Delaware only has one women prison. So they got one women prison across from Brockbridge. But Brockbridge was dangerous, man. The dorms and shit. Yeah.
I was in Brockbridge 2007, 2008. I left the cut and went to Brockbridge. But I spent a few years in that whole Jessup region because, I went to boot camp. I was classified to boot camp. I was in there on a 3-year sentence. I was only supposed to do 9 months. Boot camp was 6 months. I sat 3 months waiting to go to boot camp. Well, when I got to boot camp, that was when I was already a dog then. You know what I mean? I was already being mine. Mm-hmm. So word came over. I wound up hitting somebody over at boot camp with a weight out in the yard, a 5-pound plate out in the yard.
Yeah.
Hit the dude. He wound up telling. So I wanted to lock up, but I beat the ticket. But boot camp said they didn't want me back in their facility. So then they sent me over to Brockbridge, went to Brockbridge, was there for a couple months, hit somebody else there, wound up going to lockup, beat the ticket, went back to Brockbridge, wound up hitting somebody again, went back to MCIJ. When I left MCIJ, they sent me over to the cut.
Mm-hmm.
When I left the cut, they sent me back over to Brockbridge. Then eventually, they sent me over to JPRU. I was there one day, wound up getting somebody, stabbed somebody out the yard. They sent me back to, then they sent me out ECI. Sent me out ECI on lockup. But,
yeah, I was at EPRU in 2000, right before the bid, before you see me in 2014 in CCDC. 2012,
yeah.
I was in EPRU, and it was kind of chill. That's where the guy got knocked out, and somebody whacked somebody with one of the weights. But then they started putting chains on the weights. Now I believe they're chained down and shit with long chains, but they have a nice track. I mean, it's a big, huge fucking property. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen it's and people own it. They rent the property out or something like that. So
yeah, it's a lease.
Put a fence around or some shit.
Yeah, it's
a 1 minute remaining.
Damn, what do you got?
Anyway, look, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there wasn't no money left on it. I'll try to get a phone call if I can. If I can, I'm gonna call you. I'll call you tomorrow. I should be able to get a phone call from somebody tomorrow.
Yeah, well, just call. Just hit me up tomorrow. You know what I mean? We had a good discussion. We got 20 minutes in.
Yeah, that's what I'll do, bro.
And people like to hear. We don't brag about it, but the audience, it's America. They like to hear violent stories, man. It's real. It's not fake.
Well, it's a violent place, man.
And I never. And you were in one of the most.
You're going to be a victim, or you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do, or you're going to be a victim. That's it. Period.
And
I'm not going to be no victim. You know what I'm saying?
For the audience, what we're talking about, the cut is Maryland Correctional of House of. What was it? Maryland House of Corrections.
It's MCI. Yeah, in Jessup.
Very, very dangerous place.
Maximum security. That's why they tore it down.
They called it the cut for a reason.
Jail, MTIH, and Haggard.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
All right, everybody. That was Kenny. I believe we're on part 8. Just telling him some experiences, what he's seen, what he did, what I seen. I'm gonna save some stuff for what I did. I did a few things myself, but I'm not affiliated. But I'm always neutral to all the jails I've always been to. But I favor what Kenny's with, because I know a lot of people I grew up with from Cecil County. I lived in Cecil County for 11 years, so Maryland system. So I know a lot of them people from going in and out of CCDC. So the dogs, what are you talking about? Is I don't want to say on here, but it's affiliation. So, and it's a deep affiliation. So it's a brotherhood. It's a real close thing to the real ones that are real, and they get busy. So anyway, that's Kenny on September 24th, Friday night, 11:46. This is Petey Racks. Holla at you later.